What's up everybody, AnimeX here, and in this video, I'll be adding yet another part to the What If Sakura Was Useful series. This is due to you guys bodying the last like goal, so I'll have to raise it once again. 1,000 likes, and you guys get a part 3 to this What If. So, if you guys do want this series to continue on its normal pace, make sure to body that like button. As usual, I'll be recapping the last part of this What If, then jumping into the new material. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, in the last part of this What If, we basically just established Sakura as basically having a different outlook on training and being a ninja in general, with her starting to train her genjutsu abilities, her taijutsu abilities, and basically just try to improve overall as a ninja. Now, specifically, we left off with Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto all getting basically soloed by Rock Lee, although Sakura, through some tactics, some hacks, some genjutsu, she was able to almost tag Rock Lee, which is pretty impressive, and we basically left off with them finishing the first exam and them going to the Forest of Death. So that's where we'll jump into the story. Now, like I said, we left off with Team 7 heading into the Forest of Death. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are all rushing into the forest as quickly as they possibly can, trying to find someone with the opposing scroll to them while they still can. Along the way, Naruto goes off to pee and is tied up by an imposter, similar to how he is in the original. Sasuke realizes that he isn't Naruto and bodies him, meaning that, similar to the original, Sasuke comes up with a code that they continue on to rush into the forest, until they hear something off in the distance. Instantly, Sakura realizes that they are being ambushed and jumps straight up along with Sasuke, narrowly avoiding a huge snake that attacks them and swallows Naruto whole and rushes off. Seeing this, Sakura rushes at the snake, hoping to save Naruto before he becomes food for that, but just before she can reach it, she is kicked in the back by Orochimaru, and she is sent flying directly through a tree, which upon impact cracks a few of Sakura's bones, leaving her basically temporarily immobilized. Sasuke then faces Orochimaru, and is stopped dead in his tracks due to Orochimaru's bloodlust freezing him. Orochimaru then attacks Sasuke, hoping to place his curse mark on him and dip. Sakura, however, has different ideas. Seeing this, she builds up chakra and launches herself directly between Sasuke and Orochimaru, and basically is able to outstretch her arm to protect Sasuke as she gets cut across the face by some kunai. Sasuke breaks out of this trance seeing Sakura like this, grabs Sakura, and then leaps away from him, trying to get out of there as fast as possible. Sakura then sees Orochimaru and a snake chasing him, and pushes off of Sasuke at Orochimaru. "I can't rely on anyone to save me anymore. I have to figure this out." And then, she snaps as she falls towards Orochimaru. Once he sees the snapping gesture, his eyes get heavy and he starts to fall off of his snake. Is this genjutsu? Orochimaru thinks about this, and as he is, he's punched in the face by Sakura and sent flying towards the ground. "Sasuke, go find Naruto, Before she can even finish her sentence, Orochimaru extends his neck past Sakura towards Sasuke, hoping to place a seal on Sasuke, then kill Sakura. Sasuke ends up dodging this as he leaps into the air and lands on another tree. Before Orochimaru can attack again, Naruto with his Kyuubi chakra cloak comes at him and kicks Orochimaru in the face. Naruto starts growling as his whiskers go darker, and he basically starts getting stronger and stronger by the second. For a second, all Sakura can do is watch as she sees Naruto and Sasuke both working together in a way that leaves her utterly floored. She then snaps back into reality, knowing that she can create openings for both of them as long as she focuses genjutsu on slowing Orochimaru down. Before she can even start using it, however, things start to go wrong. Naruto gets caught by Orochimaru, and the tailed beast within him is sealed, knocking him out. But Sakura leaps and catches him, making sure that he doesn't injure himself even further. Sasuke develops a 2 Tomoe Sharingan in the middle of this fight, but he's still sealed by the curse mark and passes out as well, leaving Sakura to grab both of them, and already having Naruto on his shoulders. She then looks at Orochimaru, who, for a second, looks at him, and then runs off using chakra just to maintain her speed. She never looks back and just charges forward at full speed, hoping that Orochimaru decides to just leave. Hours later, she finds a large tree where she can hide both Sasuke and Naruto. "You guys have done enough. Let me protect you now." She starts tending to both of them, knowing that she may have to finish this exam by herself if neither of them get any better. She starts strategizing on how she would do this when she hears movement of a set of nearby bushes. Damn, did he find us? Sakura wonders this, if it was that snake guy attacking them, but she peeks out to see 3 ninja, all of them with the same headband that this Orochimaru snake guy had. So, this means that she thinks they're on the same team, which she isn't too far off from there. Sakura knows that they are most likely working together. Zaku then yells out, "I know someone is hiding in that tree. Come out and bring us Sasuke Uchiha." Sakura hears this and knows that they'll start attacking if she doesn't stall, so she walks out from the tree, kunai in hand, with a fierce look in her eyes. Zaku at first is taken aback by this, but stays on task. "Give us Sasuke Uchiha, girl." "What if I don't?" Sakura responds with a confident expression. Zaku then starts getting irritated as he just wants to blow past her and just grab Sasuke. "You know what I think? I think we'll just take Sasuke." Zaku then lifts his arms slowly as he aims at the tree trunk and lets out a sand blast. Sakura puts her arms in front of her and takes this attack, which makes a large explosion upon contact. When the smoke clears, Zaku and Dosu see Sakura standing in the same place, bleeding from her arms, legs, and face, although she did not move any further back. I won't let you lay a finger on them." Sasuke then spins her kunai and cuts her hair, symbolizing her finally preparing to cut her ties with her old useless slave wife. That stupid hair was getting in the way anyway. "Come on, let's see if you can get past me." Sakura then rushes at Zaku. I can't take many more of those sound attacks, but hopefully they don't know that. She thinks it's as she charges him. She then starts charging chakra within her fists. Come on, I need this to work now." She then throws her arm back and throws a punch at Zaku, as Zaku shoots off another blast. This actually sends Zaku flying backward due to the recoil of her fist sending the sound waves right back at him. Sakura's right arm droops as it's bleeding out, and she's losing feeling very fast. She was lucky enough for the punch to counter the sound, but she can't seem to use that arm anymore. She then takes her left arm and puts two fingers in her mouth as she whistles as loudly as possible, as the whistle rings through the forest clear and loud. She then, only with her left hand, starts weaving hand seals. With the final seal, she finally falls to one knee, basically running out of chakra. Zaku, Dosu, and the other sound girl fall down as well, feeling an overwhelming sense of dizziness and queasiness that makes them vomit as a result. Sakura gets up, bleeding all over with a triumphant look on her face. Dosu is the last one to pass out, and as he looks at Sakura smirk at him, she says, "If you can't even beat me, then just be glad that you didn't have to deal with Sasuke." This statement right there infuriates Dosu, although he can't resist this genjutsu, he can't seem to find the balance to move. Sakura then slings Sasuke and Naruto over her shoulder, and she limps away as far as possible before her legs collapse underneath her and she falls. This is the last thing Dosu sees before he passes out. This actually, when she falls, wakes up Naruto and Sasuke, and they see Sakura clearly injured, lying in a pool of her own blood from her arm. Sasuke and Naruto then start panicking as they think Sakura is dying from her injuries. However, Sakura shakes her head and tells them not to worry, she's just merely laying down for a little bit. She then holds up a scroll to tell them to take this that she took from the Sound Ninja as she passes out. After this, Naruto and Sasuke rush to the center of the forest of death, finishing the exam. After Sakura wakes up, she realizes that they are no longer in the forest of death and is quite puzzled by this. Did we finish the second stage? Sasuke and Naruto both nod at her as she looks around. Naruto asks if Sakura is okay, and she tries to stand up and feels a pounding pain in her head. "So, this is what happens when I use too much chakra at once, huh? Genjutsu takes way too much out of me." Sasuke and Naruto both congratulate Sakura and thank her for carrying them to victory. She blushes when she hears both of them praise her, and she clears her throat, saying it was no problem. She then starts moving around a bit as more people start to trickle into the area. And after everyone enters the area, the preliminary fights start, and for the most part, they go extremely similar to how they do in the original. The main fight that is different is Ino and Sakura's. Upon getting ready to fight, Ino comments on Sakura's appearance, something that would basically used to have gotten her riled up. Sakura, however, just cracks her neck and knuckles as she prepares to take on her old rival. The fight then starts, and Sakura applies chakra to her feet as she rushes Ino, hitting her square in the face as soon as the fight starts. Can't use any genjutsu or else I may pass out, so I guess I can test my taijutsu against Ino. Sakura then gets ready to attack, again taking a stance that is similar to a taijutsu specialist she is seen hold against her. Naruto and Sasuke immediately recognize that Lee stood like that against them, and Lee's impressed that Sakura is able to get down the stance like that, and notices the purpose of it. Ino gets up shakily and runs at Sakura. "Ino, you used to be my rival." She then kicks Ino in the face. "We used to be rivals in both love and in strength." She then keeps hitting Ino in the face with punches and a flurry of punches and a solid kick into the air. "We are no longer rivals in the pursuit of Sasuke." She elbows her in the face, "and we are certainly no longer rivals in strength." This line infuriates Ino, making her charge Sakura and stab at her with a kunai. Sakura easily counters this, spinning out of the way, grabbing the kunai, and then slamming Ino into the ground. She then jumps back, hoping to test out her chakra control in order to finish off Ino. "Come on, Ino. This will be our last fight as rivals. Let's go." Sakura then disappears from Ino's vision and hits her in the face with her new and improved chakra enhanced super punch. This knocks Ino out instantly, winning the fight and sending Ino into a wall, which sends massive cracks throughout that wall. Sakura stands over Ino victorious. After this, the rest of the preliminaries finish as they usually do, and they are dismissed for their 1-month training, and Sakura knows that she has a lot of improving to do. After the preliminaries end, Sakura meets up with the rest of her team and wishes them luck on their training, as she leaves and decides that she'll be training on her own. Sakura, due to her actually making it to the final exam and messing up the bracket, no one knows who are they going to fight, and as a result, Sakura knows that she needs contingencies for every person that she could possibly ever fight against. Before she starts training though, she visits Rock Lee in the hospital. She checks up on him, checks up asking how he's doing, and talking for a bit, Sakura gets more serious and asks a very dangerous yet serious question. Rock Lee, do you think you could teach me to use the 8 inner gates like you did against Gaara? Sakura asks this question and catches Lee way off guard. Sakura, what are you... I need to get stronger, and the quickest way to increase my strength and speed is through opening the gates like you did against Gaara. Sakura, I can't teach you the gates. Not only do I barely know how to open 5 of them, but that technique is so dangerous that Guy-sensei told me to vow to only use it in the most dire situations. I don't think you are ready to deal with something that strenuous yet. Sakura grits her teeth, as she understands what Lee is implying. I'm not strong enough to handle the gates, huh? Sakura bows in front of Lee, forcing a smile on her face, and wishes him well, then leaves more determined than ever. She starts running all over the village looking for Lee's teacher, Might Guy, the one who has even bushier brows than he does. When she does find him, she asks about the weights that Lee used to train his taijutsu, and Might Guy, being happy that someone took interest in the form of training, loans Sakura some weighted garments that she can wear, although they wouldn't be nearly as heavy as Lee's due to her lack of training. So, Sakura drags the weights home and puts them on, determined to be able to do everything with the weights. Basically, although at first, walking is the hardest thing she has ever done, moving each weighted leg forward is so strenuous that she sweats from each step for at least the first couple of days. She puts weights on her arm as well, in order to strengthen her punches even more. Moving each limb of her body becomes a full body workout that drains her of her strength, and by the end of each day, she collapses, complete from muscle failure, and basically lying there until she can move again. She then eats, sleeps, and gets back to training once again. Sakura was hoping to acclimate to this training in 3 days. It takes her an entire week to be able to run and jump in these lighter versions of weight than Lee had. This makes Sakura realize that maybe Lee was right. When she asked to learn the gate, she was ignoring the hard work that Lee had to do to condition his body to be able to handle the strain of using the 8 inner gates, something which is said to basically tear apart the user's bones and muscles. Sakura once again feels even more respect to Lee due to his hard work and determination, but she can't focus on that long because now she only has 3 weeks to become strong enough or devise a strategy to beat and basically everyone and anyone, and basically some of them including the strongest genin at the time. She starts training her chakra control to become even more fine-tuned, so her chakra-based attacks can pack an even greater punch than before. She then decides to run some sprints while she devises some strategies, deciding to train her body and mind at the same time. For Naruto, she already has a somewhat decent strategy to fight against him. Use auditory or visual genjutsu and hit him with all she has. If Naruto can resist genjutsu for some reason, she'll have to deal with that in the fight. For Shikamaru, which is, yes, the right way you pronounce it, she knows that his lack of care fighting and his laziness in general would basically mean that she just has to prolong the fight for as long as possible to make him give up. Although she knows about this overwhelming strategic ability that he has, so she just hopes that she can avoid him for a while. Temari and Conqueror are essentially unknowns in terms of their jutsu and their hacks, so she'll have to handle that within the arena. And if they are put against each other, she'll just have to basically adapt on the fly. This leads her to think of some of the most difficult opponents that she'll have to go up against: Neji, Sasuke, and Gaara. Each one of them have an ability that terrifies her in its own way, but she knows that she can devise a decent plan for any fighter she has knowledge on. For Sasuke, the one she knows most about, she can figure out how to deal with the taijutsu and fire style attacks, but she doesn't know what he'll learn over the month with Kakashi, and basically due to that Sharingan, he can learn tons of jutsu that she'll have to prepare for. That and the Sharingan, like I said, are her biggest problems. She doesn't know if Sasuke's Sharingan can do what Kakashi's can, and if it can, she may be in trouble. As she runs up a hill, she knows that what has to be done for Sasuke. She has to create, or at least have, genjutsu prowess that surpasses the Sharingans in strength, and she needs to become so adept with genjutsu that she can resist nearly any form of it. For Neji, she knows that encountering him will be a problem due to the genjutsu resistance and near impeccability of the taijutsu. I just hope I don't encounter him first. Sakura thinks as her mind drifts off to its scariest opponent, Gaara. Just thinking of him sends chills down her spine as she thinks of that cold stare. First I have to deal with that damn sand. Sakura knows that she won't be hitting Rock Lee speed anytime soon, but with her training, she may be able to do something different. Instead of go faster, she may be able to hit harder, breaking the sand even if it stands within her way. Hopefully her brute strength will allow her to land a hit and knock him out. And with that, she has a plan and is ready to act on it. She continues her strength training, 8 hours a day of strength training, with the other 10 that she is awake, going chakra control, genjutsu practice, and basically mental training until the month comes and the end of the day, for the final day of the exams is here. Sakura gets to the arena early to see who she has to face, and to her delight, she is automatically in the second round of matches due to the uneven number of fighters. After a few hours of people trickling in, however, it becomes apparent that she won't be there on time, or that Sasuke won't be there on time. So, Sakura's placing in the tournament gets moved. In order to show people Gaara, they want her to fight, just expecting her to get bodied so that Sasuke and Gaara will end up fighting later. So, this realization hits Sakura extremely hard. Not only will she be fighting in the first match, but she will have to fight Gaara in the first round of the exams. So with that, Sakura steadies herself, takes a deep breath, and jumps down, ready to go. She then looks at Gaara and scowls. And that, everybody, is where I'm going to end part 2 to the What If Sakura Was Useful series. Now, if you guys do like the premise of this and you do want to see Sakura actually be a useful and semi-decent likable character, I would consider just bodying the like button. Just body slam it. Just hit that like button. If it's great for you, make it turn that blue. But anyways, I will leave links to my social media and all that type of stuff down below in case you guys do want to interact with me on a personal level. Also, I just been gonna let you guys know for this week basically that I will be, using the second channel that I have as a backup for streaming. So on that, I will be streaming all types of games, and I'll basically turn that into like a streaming channel due to streaming on like my main channel actually hurting the overall analytics and everything. But anyways, I also have some big projects in the works that I will hopefully express on an actual stream over there. So go ahead and click that link so you can go subscribe to that channel as well. Anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, guys, this is AnimeX, signing off.